Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about types of sentences based on the combination of constituent clauses. For videos on detailed explanation of all grammar topics, do subscribe to my channel. Let us begin by understanding what are sentences. A group of words arranged in such a way that they convey a complete thought. Let us look at this example. Is running the boy on playground the. Is this a sentence? This is not a sentence because the group of words are put in such a way that they do not convey a complete meaning. Let us look at the next example. The boy is running on the playground. This is a sentence. Why? Because it has a subject, a verb, object, and the group of words are arranged in a systematic manner. They are put in a proper sequence and they convey a complete meaning. Types of sentences. This categorization is based on the combination of constituent clauses. There are three main types of sentences: simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. Let us understand these in detail. First is simple sentence. A sentence that has only one clause is called a simple sentence. A simple sentence is also known as a clausal sentence. It may have a modifier besides a subject, a verb, and object. Though it is simple, sometimes it can have compound verbs and compound subjects. Let us look at a few examples. The dog barked and ran. This sentence is an example of simple sentence, but it has compound verb, barked and ran. Jack and Jill went up a hill. This sentence is a simple sentence, but it has a compound noun, Jack and Jill. I like singing. This sentence is a simple sentence and has only one clause. Sheila cooked food at home. This sentence is a simple sentence and has one main clause. So, some important requirements for a sentence to be a simple sentence are: it must have a subject and a verb, must express a complete thought, and a sentence must have only one clause. Only then will a sentence be a simple sentence. Next is the compound sentence. A sentence that has two or more coordinate clauses, of which one acts as the main clause, is called a compound sentence. Let us look at a few examples. This house is too expensive and that house is too small. This sentence has two independent clauses. This house is too expensive is one clause. That house is too small is another clause. These two clauses are joined with a conjunction and thus this is a compound sentence. Moving on to the next example. Joe made the sugar cookies. Suzanne decorated them. This is again an example of compound sentence. Joe made the sugar cookies is one clause. Suzanne decorated them is the second clause, and these are joined with a semicolon. Moving on to the next example. Ram ate a mango and Shyam ate an apple. This is similar to the first example. So, for a sentence to be a compound sentence, these are some important requirements. Each half of the sentence must be able to stand on its own as a complete sentence. That means each half needs a subject and a predicate. Must express a complete thought. Here, since we are talking about independent clauses, they must be able to express complete meaning. Must have at least two independent clauses joined by a comma, semicolon, or conjunction. Complex sentences. A sentence that has one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses is called a complex sentence. First example. Computers have come a long way since they first came on the market. This example begins with an independent clause. The subject computers and verb have come. That forms a complete thought, followed by a dependent clause in which the subject is they and came is the verb. The next example. Stay in the bath until the phone rings. In this sentence, stay in the bath is the independent clause. Moving on to the last example. When the cake is brown, take it out of the oven. In this example, take it out of the oven is the independent clause. When the cake is brown is the dependent clause. Some important requirements for a sentence to be a complex sentence is that it must have one independent clause. It must have two or more dependent clauses. And the independent clause must be able to express a complete thought. In my videos, I try to cover the absolute details of a topic. So here I am going to tell you about a fourth type of sentence, that is compound complex sentence. A compound complex sentence has at least two independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. For example, I stopped believing in Santa Claus when he asked for my autograph in the department store, but I still want to believe in him. This sentence has two independent clauses. I stopped believing in Santa Claus is independent clause 1. I still want to believe in him is the second independent clause. When he asked for my autograph in a department store is a dependent clause. Moving on to the next example. The dog started barking, so the cat ran away and I couldn't keep up, so I stopped. This sentence has three independent clauses that are underlined. The dog started barking, the cat ran away, I couldn't keep up. So I stopped is the dependent clause. It needs the help of other independent clauses to complete its meaning. Now, talking about the difference between a compound sentence and a complex sentence. A compound sentence has two independent clauses. Each of these clauses is equally important. They are joined by a coordinating conjunction that does not change the rank of either clause. Whereas a complex sentence has one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. This means that the clauses are not equal. They use a coordinating conjunction that changes the rank of one or more of the clauses to make it less equal. I hope you have understood the kinds of sentences well. Do subscribe to my channel. Post in your comments in the comment section below to let me know your feedback, and also if you want me to make videos on other topics, do let me know. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.